I refuse to go anywhere else. There's a close to the foot.
These niggas live in contradictions. Supposed to be my family. I ain't competition. I contemplate if I wasn't in this position. I wonder if niggas would give a fuck how I was living now. Probably not. Probably be on the.
That motherfucker killed himself.
Yeah, man. Saturday was his anniversary.
I got to beat him.
5 year. Saturday was the 5 year anniversary. Weekly radio show, Bonnie. Weekly radio show. Street on street100heat.com. Make sure you go download the app. Stay tuned because we're gonna hit you with that topic of the day, and I want you to call in and give your opinion on the topic of the day. I got the heart of a hustle. It ain't just what's up with it, Omega Red. I see you, homie. Let me see where you let my life go. I got the heart of the hustle.
Street 100 dedicated.
Thanks for staying tuned with the Street Queens on street100theheat.com. I'm my Will. It's your girl, Kate.
Your boy Red.
And your boy Matt.
Already. Y'all in the field. And you're all right, we're about to run into that motivational quote of the day. Y'all know we like to find something inspirational, I guess, and tie it in with the TOD.
Something amazing.
Something that we can all, take something from.
Talk to him, coach.
All right, let's get it.
All right, so the motivational quote goes, true love isn't found, it's built.
So it's sweet.
Hey, sometimes it needs to be that way.
Come on, Red.
Y'all, that's why I ain't speaking on it yet. I was gonna wait to see what Red said.
Say that one more time.
True love isn't found. It's built. Let him ponder on it, y'all. But yeah. I feel it. I like it. I mean,
hey, sometimes true love is found though.
I think it just depends on the person and how you express your emotions and how you receive emotions.
Okay.
So it just depends. Like some people got to build it, some people find it, and some people get found.
I just think
some people get
played. Like true love, you got to know that person. And if you just meeting that person, you don't really know them.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know because
you gotta get past that honeymoon phase and.
Hey, you know what? Our grandparents met and got married within a short period of time and ended up being married for years.
Yeah, they put up with a lot of bullshit. And granny's out here getting cheated on and side chicks on top about that. Nobody wants
side niggas
let's
too.
just keep their family. I mean, it's true. It's true.
The thing, don't forget.
So it's worth it.
But y'all like this. Some of them wasn't cheating.
Come on. Oh man. Stop it, B.
All of them wasn't cheating. Everybody don't cheat. Everybody don't cheat though.
If that's your
everybody don't cheat though. How am I out of line? Because everybody don't cheat.
I thought you said everybody's gonna cheat.
No, I said everybody don't cheat.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So all them old folks wasn't cheating.
I'm not saying all of them were.
Yeah.
Yeah, majority. While all these kids went around here without no dad.
Oh, he's working.
But then I think when we talk about it, you talk about when back then they're like
now. Like, Stone. Where did song come from? It didn't come from the L.
That was Temptations though. That was different. They wasn't in Texas.
Different, man.
They wasn't in Texas.
I couldn't hold it back on that one. That went out the wrong way.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I mean,
I think it is.
Like the quote
I think you could love could find you, two people, and then you build on it.
Yeah.
If you never, but you can't just say, "Hey, let's build love." I don't think it works like that.
What I get from it is just like
the emotion has to be there.
Love, like.
But what does true love mean? You act like there's a false love.
I think sometimes you may think you're in love.
That's just liars.
No, not that you're lying. You may think that you love somebody.
Because you can love somebody regardless. Like there's loving and then there's having love.
There's different types. I just feel like it is a motivational quote, but you fall in and out of love.
I'm very motivated to argue.
You fall in and out. And I love you always like that. But I really like you fall in and out of love. You love different people at different points in your life.
Just
So
not
to
all
me-
not all love sticks around.
True, but then that love may not just be that true love.
But
Okay, what is love?
Look up the
love,
Webster dictionary.
be like some say,
definition.
Let's move
love,
on. Let's figure out what love
it is a mountain.
What is love?
Never knew what I
Hey.
was missing.
Hey.
Whoa.
Sing
I
it.
knew
Hold
what
on.
we started. I'm all over.
All right, Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole up in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Now, let me go look it up. I'll look it
I-
up while y'all.
No, I'm gonna do it.
are we
I'm gonna
answering
do
that
it.
or
I'm
are we
a-
not
I'm gonna do it.
answering
'Cause
that?
I'm gonna
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Urban Dictionary because that's that's the only real definition.
There y'all go. An intense feeling of deep affection.
I know that ain't Urban Dictionary. You crazy? Because I know
A
Urban
great-
Dictionary gonna
a
have
great-
something in there about fucking.
a,
You already know.
a great interest and pleasure in something.
Is that love in the Urban Dictionary?
No, Urban Dictionary
No,
said.
I want to do Urban
Okay,
Dictionary.
you do it. I'll do Wikipedia
Oh
then.
my god.
Oh shoot, it's long.
Well,
I don't
read
have
it.
time for this.
No, you
Say it.
said you was gonna read it. Come
Say
on, get it going. Come
Alright,
on, let's
y'all.
go.
Indian giver.
A feeling that goes beyond almost all sense of physicality. To love is to feel such a strong feeling for another that you can understand them in a way you can. Their very existence is a gift and a treasure, whether they are with you or not. The mere thought of them fills you with a deep hope for both the world and yourself. Wow. Okay, Urban Dictionary. Who wrote that? They would have been late. That was Drake. Drake wrote that one. Yeah.
So you want me to read the Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Wikipedia is fake news, but go ahead.
Wikipedia is probably the most
Make
accurate.
me laugh.
Go.
Love encompassing a range of strong and positive emotions, mental state from the most sublime virtue and a good habit. The deepest interpersonal affection and the simplest pleasure. An example of the range of meaning is that the love of a mother differs from the love of a spouse, which differs from the love of food. Most commonly, love refers to the feeling of strong affection and emotional attachment.
Wikipedia is spot on because loving food and loving your man is two totally different things.
But
That was the first
But
paragraph. It's
loving
more.
your
Off the
food and
rip,
loving your
off
woman
the rip.
have a
It
thing
was
in common.
very- It's more to it though.
There is.
It is more on
Y'all
her,
know-
but I ain't
y'all
finna get into
understand what
that.
I do for this Jimmy John sandwich place.
You love the
I
shit
do.
out of it.
She eat Jimmy John's she probably eat it every day, but I know she eat it every Thursday for a fact. Every Thursday we come in here.
Don't be putting my business out there.
We didn't say
Right
which
there
Jimmy
off of
John.
Back
Main.
it up, B.
Right there off of Main.
Back it up.
No, right here off
Second
of
Street.
All right up off of Green.
Make a left or right. I'm out of sight. I'm
See,
home.
you the one giving you giving information of where you're going. I ain't giving it. I just said you eat it every
there and
Thursday.
pay for my damn sandwich.
Hey, look,
But then you gotta love them.
I eat Papados every weekend.
I don't know.
I'm getting my crab claws. Y'all
I
can
believe
have
you
that
got
Jimmy
you
John
gotta find
sandwich.
love first in order to build on it.
So how,
That's just my
that's
personal.
what the quote said. So you just agreeing with the quote.
No,
True love isn't found, it's built.
but I think you gotta find it first. You can't just be like,
You
oh,
gotta find it.
let's
Oh, hey,
build.
love.
What? You found you a construction partner? Like what the fuck?
He said,
Okay,
"Oh,
man.
let's build." Man,
Build
look,
what?
I tell you what.
Legos?
Looking at it from from the single standpoint, I'm out here dating. I'm out here trying to find somebody to build an empire with. I'm looking for the qualities that I'm looking for. So I'm not looking for any and everything. So if I find somebody with those qualities, now I'm trying to build. Now we're working on love.
Okay.
That's what they're meaning by that positive affirmation, that quote that she just gave. At the same time, I can say this though, sometimes you find somebody where you click from first conversation and you're willing to put up with different things because of y'all vibe. That energy that y'all get from each other, that's a whole different vibe. I know. That's a whole different vibe. So love can be created too that way without building because y'all already enjoy it. And I've seen people make long lasting relationships get married just from that point, from that conversation. And they're willing to put up with things and compromise through that. So you never know.
At the end
Love
of the
is
day, yeah,
tricky.
because you could build with anybody, and then that could be not your true love. Because at the end of the
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
love to me, love is gonna be at the point where you as a person are willing to do everything and anything to your last breath for that other person's happiness.
Yeah.
And if you feel it towards that person feels it back. that's when you could build a strong foundation. But other than that, everything's gonna go to shit. So don't give me that. I'm just playing. But that's where I would see it stemming from. I can't see it like, oh, you gotta how do I say it? Like, read that quote again, because I'm getting confused.
True love isn't found,
It's
it's
built.
Okay, you can't just build it from nowhere. You gotta find the tools you need to build it. You need to find a person first.
Well, of course, I think you taking it too literally.
No, what I'm taking it in the fact, like comparing it to that you can't start nothing without finding the proper, like he said, you find that person with those qualities that you like, and then you choose to put your emotions, and then you continue to build from there. But before you build anything, you gotta like the motherfucker first. You know?
All right, so y'all, that's our motivational quote. Y'all already know y'all can call in during any segment of our show at
832-975-8100.
In a minute, we about to drop that TOD, man. I know it's gonna get hairy up in here. Red like to argue.
Yes, I do.
And then B like the back door.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. We always get it. They always going against the grain.
You have to. That's how you grow stronger and thicker.
Anyway, 832-975-8100.
8100.
That's our number. Make sure y'all keep a lock the Street Queens on
Street100theheat.com.
Into the Street Queens every Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. on Street100theheat.com. Interact with us. Email us at thestreetqueens@street100theheat.com. Follow us on IG at The Street Queens. And you can even call, comment, and debate on the topic of the day segment of our show, starting at 7:30 p.m. at 832-975-8100. We can't wait to.
Hey, Alicia, what's good, baby girl? Tootie, I see you. Says, what's Deuce Perry? Boy, Nicole, I see. What's up with it? Alan, Kelly, Enigma, Lewis Henry, main event Mark, Dennis, Denise Ward, Shakita Dow, boxing fans, King Louis, salute, fam, Joseph Brown. Man, Omega Red, Shadow 9, I see y'all in the building.
Third Coast.
Same here, baby girl. Man.
Any of them?
Yeah.
I like that punch of that.
That's my boy right there.
Les Elias.
That's my name.
Eli Galveston.
Yeah, man, Mo, man, that was my boy right there. That shit hurt me.
But what happened with him? Because it seemed like
I'm live right now. I'll tell you after the show.
it was so out of nowhere. From the outside.
It was though, but it was, man, that shit hurt. I can't tell you right now. You gotta wait like everybody else do, Keith. I can't be giving it to you because everybody on, but I need all y'all to call in though, and I'm gonna give y'all the number 832-975-8100, and y'all make sure y'all call in too and smash that like button to help with the visibility of the show. Y'all know how it works. Matter of fact, hey, play less 45 now. Less 45 now. It's either 45 now or 45 south. Y'all don't mess with CBD, huh?
No, I want to say.
All right, you got something to say, Bet. Thank you, Kato, for putting the number in the chat. Thank you.
I got like
CBD. Not her. Yeah, the CBD. It's
But it does smell like dirt weed though.
It's some that smell like some.
I wanted to smell like what that you say on Pineapple Express.
Yeah. No. Same thing you do with weed.
But it's not weed.
No.
So I just be weed.
Mm-hmm.
What's it gonna do? Am I gonna trip?
No. You're gonna get relaxed. Huh?
It is weed, but it's not.
Yeah, it ain't got no THC.
Okay.
Yeah, you spitting stuff out.
That's what it is. That's the milk.
Salute General Squirrels. I see you.
Check it out.
You will.
He get random. He get random.
I get random. You will not. Look how small the amount. 0.03.
But it's still in there.
You're not gonna be able to take 100%.
Yeah, you gonna be able to detect it though.
No, you won't.
Yeah, you will.
Come on, I work for the government. Shit, no, you won't. Not the long one,
Okay,
right?
then the song will go back on.
We can play another one.
Yeah, we can run it to another
Am I live? I said I'm live. I don't see nobody coming. That's why nobody coming in the door. Is that 45 now? Or what's that?
That's down bad.
Are you just choosing one?
No, two. So they drink
Matter of fact, yeah, play that.
I
I'm
definitely
doing
like
this.
that.
Okay, do it dirty, that be all. Just let a nigga walk to the top. 44, hey, can't call when I make it all big. Let a nigga come and take it, boy, have a baby. I got the baby was my baby.
I was just fucked up. I was just down bad. I had to tell you fucked up. Brown.
Street queen.
Fucked up. I was just
Oh, we haven't even dropped the TLD yet. We're getting ready to drop it. What how much time we got, Red?
we got a whole.
We about to drop the TLD in like 2 minutes.
49
Let's call
seconds.
back or I can put you on hold. All right, thank you. No problem.
Y'all had a year and you let it go by.
I can do without those. I mean, I like that
I
one.
was
I can do
down
without those.
bad. I had to find the fuck up. I went for the crown. I was fucked up. I was just down bad. I had to find the fuck up. I was with the crown.
Heels on, or dress it down.
Thank
I do
you.
like that. So we're taking 2 more, so choose that one. You want to do the dresses, right?
This motherfucker got the deuce.
So I like that one. So you just need one more to get these two. And then you can get these. To get something that everybody gonna want to. You take a shot. You take a shot. I like this one too. This one already got some semblance to it.
I like that. I like that.
That's it, y'all. And it's gonna be cold. I like
I was down
that.
bad. I had to find the fuck up. So I'm here for the crown. Crown is about to finish. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna just stop.
What's good, my brother? I see you.
Hold up.
Sorry, y'all. Hey, thanks for staying tuned with the Street Queens on StreetQueensTV.com. I'm my Will. Your girl, Nicole.
Your boy Red.
And your boy Matt.
Already, we all in the building. We get ready to drop that TOD. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
No.
Do it.
Almost ready. Almost ready.
No, I'm good. It's time for that TOD. The topic
Already. So y'all already know y'all can comment on any segment of our show at 832-975.
8100.
8100. That's our number, man. Give us a call if y'all want to comment on the TOD. We respect everyone's opinion, but don't be surprised if y'all call up there acting crazy and we get on that ass. Just letting you know.
Don't get right with you.
But you still entitled to your opinion.
Hey, it's gonna be difference of opinions on this topic today. I do.
All right. Now, the guys like to go against the girls all the time. They just like to go against us just to do it.
I'm not. No, I just give you my own opinion.
You do make good points. But
Me too.
sometimes you be out.
I'm not gonna be off today. As no, I'm not.
Because this shit will continue.
All right, y'all ready for the topic of the day?
Yeah.
All right, so the topic of the day is
Exclamation mark. You're not gonna get the best of me.
Full paragraph.
y'all done?
I'm finished.
Okay, so how many people actually want to be married these days?
Huh?
And what does marriage mean to you?
It's a 2-for-1.
It's a joint bank account.
It's a 2-for-1 special. It is literally. It's a joint bank account.
That's all it
So
is.
do y'all think that have changed? Like
Contract.
a lot of girls when they grow up, it's like they have this dream of being married, and they already
TV
know what their
and-
dream dress is gonna
And
be.
Hollywood has something to do with that.
But I think
Disney.
that whole concept has kind of changed and shifted from back in the day to now, especially with women being more independent
Mm-hmm.
and being able to stand up on their own 2 feet, being more outspoken and just being innovative and being able to be their own boss.
I like that word.
So what y'all think?
Girl power. We were all girls at one point, and then y'all.
Yeah,
I don't want to
Real
hear
Peter.
that. No,
Hey,
I'm talking
that's
about.
true. That's facts.
All right, y'all. So our phone lines
So
are
does that mean that
open.
we
Hold
all
on,
got a
let's
little
open it.
bitch in us?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. And
Damn,
go ahead.
Red.
Yeah, we just blew. Brad just blew his own mind.
I don't like it.
Oh damn! Gotta call that quick.
Are open. You can give us a call at 832-975-8100.
8100.
Already. Street Queens. What's going on? You our first caller.
What up?
Thank you. We
So
appreciate
the
it.
topic of the day is, well, we're talking about marriage. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. You can kind of choose which one you want to go into, but how many people actually want to be married these days, and what does marriage mean to you?
Okay. Well, I've already been there, done that, and I'm going to say that kind of was null and void. We won't even discuss that. So when I find my husband, or when my first husband finds me, I have no problem with doing it. It's a lot easier the way that things are with two people. Now, don't get confused. I'm doing quite well so far with just me and my teenager. But I've learned that in households where there are multiple individuals with multiple streams of income, it is a lot easier. But if you're able to do that by yourself and able to get the credit right by yourself, you have a lot more to bring to the table than just dividing and whatever bag you may bring.
Right.
Because what you may bring to the table versus your bag may outweigh each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, jump into a relationship and get married, but it's just a lot of work for a lot of people who want to remain in a married. That is true where the work comes in at, but it is not a day of the week. And then you got millions of dollars. And they come from the team.
That don't even matter.
Everything. You know what I'm talking about? Even with good late friends. And it's all that I know about it. It still ain't gonna work. They still ain't satisfied.
You preaching.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
It's cheaper to keep them.
sometimes, in some cases,
Now when it comes to your piece,
Ask Mr. Amazon.
sometimes
What?
it is true. If you have multiple children,
Or if you have a low paying job.
that too.
That sucks a lot.
Yeah.
If one person is working and the other person makes more than that other person, they can do about themselves. The other person is just there. And if they're able to work together, make it feel like the other person, if it is the man, make it less money than the female. At that point, she's gonna have to make sure that he feels like a house. And listen,
Stroke their ego.
he doesn't feel right, so he doesn't feel less than. Not a lot of women that actually do that.
No, not a lot.
Because there's egos involved in that way. Like sometimes egos get involved, and that's something that the man is gonna have to understand himself. Either understand
Some men can deal with it. It's hard.
they can't, but that's his inside problem. He has to be able
That's what I'm
to
saying. If a
handle
woman's
that
in that
because
situation, she's
shit,
gonna
I
have to
wouldn't
stroke
like
his
by
ego and
all
make him feel
means. By all means, like if you're making more money than me and you want to be with me, why not? And it's just when egos clash, that's when there's a problem with that one.
Look, I come from a.
You continually have that uphill battle that at the end of the day is gonna get tiring, it's gonna get worse. Nobody want to deal with that all the time.
Yeah.
Deal with the uphill battle. So somebody gonna cheat on somebody, and at the end of the day, somebody will cut you off.
Cash out. Cash out.
Let me go do my thing. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it happens. But I understand everybody want to say, oh, you love them because that's good first. Where is that at right now? Because don't nobody seem to love each other because that's good first. Don't see nobody dying right now. Might as well act that right on out the mouth and let that go.
I ain't gonna say that because that's why I ain't never got married. Because if I get married, it's till death. Literally.
That's what you're saying.
No, that's what I mean.
That's what I mean.
Ain't nobody doing, ain't nobody put that good first. Ain't nobody dying right now.
That's a good question.
Especially our niggas, if your girl cheat on y'all own. Y'all, it's over with. Y'all walking out. Y'all leaving.
She dead to me. She dead to me. So it's till death do us part.
Yeah.
Shit.
You got a point.
You thought I was lying?
You thought I was finna die.
You got that right.
Walking away. When I left, I ain't talked to that dude. I ain't text that dude. No inbox, no nothing. She will give that I still got one thing from him calling for a holiday.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm gonna get married for the first time. When that happens, I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna have a wedding like for the first time.
Okay.
Hey, quick. Your last marriage was a practice.
Yeah,
Wait till the next one.
that was a trial.
Yeah,
Practice run. You know what I'm saying?
that was
that ain't the real deal.
that was your.
He was just trying to see what was out there.
That was your 90-day free trial.
Yeah, that don't count.
Fuck the right thing to do. That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes you just gotta think about yourself.
It's hard. It's a hard thing because then it bothers you as a person. It bothers me sometimes when I gotta do something that I know I'm feeling, but you feeling it, and I'm pushing that edge. But that's where you have to meet the balances. Like if I'm into, I expect the same in return. Like stick through them boring moments with me that I'm excited. You're not. Hey,
but everybody ain't gonna have the same
You know what I'm
energy.
saying?
They not gonna match you.
And that's why that marriage thing is a.
Well, that's the thing. Where that marriage comes in at, children outweigh that.
Yeah.
Because you have to take into consideration the fact that the children are the same, because that ain't got nothing to do with it. And that was my biggest thing. Who I talk to, I can't even call them. I call them my stepdaughter. I still talk to them. Do I talk to them all the time? Does he know? Absolutely not. But I've spoken to them. They reached out to me. Not that I've reached out to them. They wanted to speak with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that lets me know as a person, I did what I needed to do, and I installed what I needed to install in these young women.
You was mom.
They needed to see. So I've raised children that wasn't even mine that I didn't give birth to because at that time that's what I needed to do. Then what he had going on, that was what I needed to do with them. And when I left, that was for me.
Word, we feel you.
Real talk.
So, that's just my piece on it. And my teenager, he's doing real good.
Your husband gonna find you. Your husband gonna find you. He listening right now, probably.
He out here, I'm not looking, I'm just, staying low to the ground with it, staying out the way like I'm supposed to.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's supposed to.
Nah, you ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that.
Nah, you ain't gotta do it. You want that natural, that jiggle, jiggle, wiggle, wiggle shit.
Wow, Reddy.
Jiggle, jiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Well, we
Yeah.
thank you so much for
That's not
calling in
gonna
and
make
coming
it
on the
happen.
topic of the day.
Thank you, Shakita, for calling.
All right, have a good one.
You know,
All right, quickly.
I actually read that. I think it was either Instagram or Facebook, and it said, "No man on this earth is ever gonna please a woman because."
Oh,
Hey,
what about
wait,
God?
wait.
God gave us eyebrows, and God gave us hands, and
Hey,
God gave us this.
Check this out.
Be quiet,
My boy Willie Bush.
I'll be ready for you.
Hey, my
But
boy,
it's for y'all.
my boy Willie said it's
We
teamwork.
doing all that for y'all.
He said it's
Nobody
teamwork.
care.
He couldn't be here without marriage. He wouldn't be here without marriage. So, and he's married right now. So he got a good marriage. They've been together for a while. Him and his wife, they've been together for a while, and they've been married for 4 or 5 years. I was on the wedding. Yeah, they love each other. It just depends. Every situation is different. Every situation is different.
Marriage to me is like, oh my God. It's more today like a contract of life. Like we gonna spend the rest of our lives together.
Yeah.
Keegan said, marriage is a great thing. You just have to take your time, learn each other. 5 years living together, at least 5 years.
I can't say at least 5 years.
Yeah,
living together.
at least 5's a long time.
Okay, somebody said, I don't mind getting married, but this generation is so backwards. I'm not trying to walk down the aisle at 80 years old. I'd be damned if I just settle. I don't care if I'm
not
38,
I'm not settling.
64. I'm not going to settle.
Yeah.
Why am I going to settle and that person's going to bring me down?
Right.
Or I'm going to be worse off than where I was by myself.
You
just to say that I got a man.
You gotta understand
Nope,
that you
it ain't
gonna say I got a
can't
ring on my
have
forehead.
everything. You're not gonna get everything.
It's not
in
to
life.
say that you're gonna have everything, but you still have to compromise what your values are, what you want.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that there's always gonna be something. There's always gonna be something.
Right.
Ain't nobody perfect.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
expecting perfection.
But
I'm
in
just-
that's the part back to our motivational quote where like that's where you gotta build. Like you gotta work out their weaknesses and make them stronger, and he's gonna work out.
He's gonna want to make himself stronger though. It don't matter how much energy you put into somebody if they're not willing to do nothing for themselves. It ain't nothing you can do.
Somebody.
Well, I mean, that's
commented-
when you fucking with a loser.
Go ahead, Kay.
The fuck.
Somebody commented, marriage is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Wow, that was deep for us. Good.
Hey,
We appreciate that.
Yeah, I saw it. Hey, make sure you got the right box because I can go get any box I want, and I
Let
can
me
get
tell
a
you,
box of
I
peanut
want
butter
the
chocolate.
Look, for you,
I don't eat
For
a
you-
sorted box of chocolate.
You with the box of chocolate.
Adrian said
You're gonna get chocolate.
I know what I'm gonna
I
get.
promise you.
837-975-8100. We want y'all to call in.
Yeah.
Y'all comment on the social media. We
Hey.
really appreciate that.
For real
But we
though.
really want y'all to call
Yeah,
in
you-
and comment. We want to hear from y'all, and the best way to hear from you is if you call in.
And you call in.
Instead of us reading your comments.
Hey,
Adrian Bush, I didn't put his whole name out there. But you said you did this debate, and I want to.
Yeah, well, call in then.
Call in.
I'm ready.
Hey,
I'm about to put my
and
gloves
for the-
on.
and for the-
You know what I'm
and for the
saying?
people that can't hear, for the people that can't hear,
Tell
what
me.
the people that can't hear the callers, that means you need to go get the app or you need to be online at Street 100 Heat.com, Street100heat.com, and you can hear the callers. But
Yeah.
y'all need to call in and give us what your thoughts on the topic of the day.
And also,
Like you,
Right.
Breaker Jones said, marriage is a business.
Yeah,
It is.
that's what Kay said all the time.
It's
I'm
like
with
you
you.
I'm
getting
sorry, I wasn't trying to push
you getting with somebody else to make it. Like
I know,
basically,
right? So extra.
you're picking one person that you find to your own likings, and you're gonna make money with this person. At the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Not
Like
really, it's not about making money.
It's making a living.
You gotta build a foundation.
Yes, ma'am.
You're building a foundation for what? A family.
Yes, ma'am.
And then, of course, y'all money and all this other stuff. It's just a contractual business, which is not what
so,
money.
what's a business about? We could put it however you want to do it. At the end of the day,
we build each
it's
other up to be our
exactly.
best selves.
It's a contract saying, hey, I got you, you got me. Period.
Say
And then
that shit,
there's
Red.
feelings. feelings involved in it.
Okay.
Some people just not ready for that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And that's a big problem because they're too
men
stuck.
are like,
Look, I don't
we
like.
be ready.
That's why I be on
Okay.
your ass because you quick to say men, just people.
Men.
Yeah.
People.
Don't say men.
Because women
Hey,
do the
cause
same
we
thing.
can have that.
Y'all
That's
just
a man
bad.
versus woman conversation. We can have that conversation all day,
No.
and I can prove you wrong every time. Yes, I can. But
Maybe
you can't.
you don't do
You
it.
can't generalize all
I'm
men.
not
Yes, you
generalizing.
are.
When you say men, that's generalizing all of them. That's putting all of the box.
Specific, just, you know, what she's saying, men.
People.
Yeah, I don't.
Y'all.
No.
Y'all always.
Well, say some of us because when she say men, I feel like she throwing me in that box.
Nah,
She
hell
throwing me in that
nah,
box.
hell nah.
Ah, there
You
you
gonna
go.
hear this shit.
Get it?
Fuck out of here with that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Like we said earlier, if y'all can't hear the callers, that mean you behind. You ain't downloaded the app. I'm changing the topic.
Hey, I'm not speaking. I'm not speaking for me because I'm good. I'm speaking for all those dudes that shoot and mess with. Don't do them like that because obviously they led you down the wrong path to
If
believe
I used
that
to mess with
all men.
If I used to
That's what got you in your feelings.
All right, so y'all, we do have our event. 200 The Heat presents
Chucky.
the Trillies.
Chucky Trill.
So anyways, June 27th is Saturday.
Doors open at 7 o'clock. Diamonds and pearls.
Diamonds and pearls.
Tickets are $15. Go to the website, street100theheat.com.
Yes.
Get your tickets. Yeah.
We got live performances.
It's gonna be a live show.
We got a competition.
It's going down.
It's going down basically.
We're giving
so.
away a package worth $750.
Promo
where
pack.
you get a promo package and
Interviews.
we spinning your songs on the station where you get money for it.
Commercials.
We giving you commercials. You getting we promo. We putting you on, man. I mean, it was $100 for a slot.
You getting a bundle deal.
Yeah, you getting your name put in
We were down to 2
rotation.
slots, but if you go to the website and you call that number, it may still be a slot open for you. Who knows? Money talks.
Yeah.
Somebody may be talking about, oh, I'm gonna pay. If you go ahead and, hey, I done already sent my money, let me get that spot. It's yours.
You getting a bundle.
So
man.
again, it's this Saturday. It's gonna be at the old Blue Steel called Diamonds and Pearls.
Diamonds and
Blue Steel
Pearls.
used to be in off Homestead
Yes.
Road.
We're gonna be there.
I like
Yeah, we gonna be turning up.
it's just out
Whatever
for
you say
you,
that.
my love. Y'all don't know nothing about Prince. I feel old just in singing that song.
No, we sung it last time.
I know, but it's just a thought because I thought about the people that's probably listening. They younger than us. They don't know who Prince is.
They're gonna get it together. We're gonna teach them something new. We're gonna teach them something new that's old.
Already. So we on the topic of the day. If y'all want to call in,
832-975-8100.
8100. That's our number, man. Join the conversation and make sure y'all keep it locked with the Street Queens.
On street100theheat.com. Already.
I see you gonna get throwing stuff.
It's the quiet
What's up, y'all?
storm.
Thanks for tuning in.
Y'all played that slow song. I wanted to say it's the quiet storm.
This one goes with the topic though.
8100. Oils are vegan, by the way.
Not
Really?
Okay.
By default, they're vegan.
By default.
By default. Don't cheat yourself.
You one in a million and I need you by my side. But I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not asking you away from me, especially stay away from me. Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not asking you to wait for me.
Earl Taylor Sr. and Kurt Warden, I see y'all in the building. What's up, Veronica? I see you, baby girl. What's up, Jay?
I'm going to your side.
Katrina. Dominique. You want to know? I was gonna say because I can't really see the comments because I pinned that one. I can't really see.
Yeah, I'm talking about my next show.
How you know, John? He sounds like you looking at my snacks, home. Yeah, they veggie too. Off my snacks, home. What is? Hey, Trina. Long time no see. What's going down? Hmm?
I guess I do hear a little Andre. I hear a little J. Cole. I do hear a little J. Cole. But Frank Ocean is another voice I'm hearing. Like,
Yeah, we need to go to New Orleans. When we going to New Orleans, I just need to go hit up.
Wait for me.
It's some cups right there on the front desk.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I'm sorry.
oh, you gonna take a shot? We all taking a shot. You go cook. Come on. Why then? Let's get there.
But I'm not ready.
Run to another time?
Yeah, I'll put that shea butter.
All right, yeah.
Marriage can be a beautiful thing. What's up with it? What's up with it, my G?
Be sure to tune into the street.
That boy tanking it into the building on them home.
On street100theheat.com. Interact with us.
Girl, she's talking about you should have a topic on the dead ass dog. Don't talk about my baby.
The Street Queens.
Rock back to the food, man.
Of our show starting at 7:30 p.m. at 832-975.
8100. Y'all make sure y'all call in. Yo,
Girl, why are you doing mouth like that?
What you said? You taking a shot or a drop?
Hey, mind your own business. Ain't nobody told y'all to get my cup.
Look at mine. Look at yours.
I got some in there.
No, you building it.
You know what? I do not worry about what y'all do. Worry about yourself.
I got a little bit too much. You can put some back in the thing.
I pour it in my cup.
No, you already y'all did.
Or some of hers.
No.
For
A little
real.
bit help your fellow.
What a topic.
Give me this.
Make it even.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ready?
Cheers.
Hey.
To Street Heat. Street Queen. Stay ready, ready.
Up, baby. Now we need to bring a whole bottle. Y'all don't have me.
I normally do.
Concert.
Oh, I'm gonna have a bottle at the concert. 1738.
Y'all all gonna be there Saturday?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. Once I gotta take care of. Hey, what time does it start?
Are we wearing shirts?
Do I need to wear a shirt?
No.
If we are, he needs to give us a fresh one.
Yeah, and he needs to get one in my size. Yes. I'm gonna wear my Stay Ready shirt. I got plenty of them.
That's it. Because I already made that plan. I'm going.
Yeah, I'm in there like swimwear without the chin up.
I'm gonna ask him if we can wear shirts. If so, I need a fresh shirt. I can't wear no extra guys.
Gray shirt.
Right?
Do I need to let him know I'm with y'all? Do I need to let him know I'm with y'all?
Yeah, we all need this shirt.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God, we finna rob a Wells Fargo. What?
What's up with it, Kim Folk? You back from LA yet?
Why not?
D-Dub?
I'm gonna hit him up. Tell him, yo, I need a shirt, man. That was slick.
Yeah, we need to get the Wi-Fi password from you. Yes, it is. Yeah, as soon as you go on there, say Street Heat 100. Yeah, I could be using that Wi-Fi instead of yours.
You already go back down?
I'm ready when y'all is. I'm ready when y'all is.
We're gonna go back on it.
Anybody want to call in?
Make sure y'all call in, man. 832-975.
Quickly, I know you're on this, Rock.
Hey, thanks for staying tuned with the Street Queens on street100theheat.com. I'm my Will.
It's your girl, K. Nicole.
Your boy Reddy.
And your boy Matt.
Already, we all in the building, and we're still on that TOD.
Married.
Married.
Everything married. Like, what is marriage to you?
Goes together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother. You can't have one
Children.
without the other. Love and marriage. Love and marriage. Oh,
All right, y'all.
shit.
So our phone lines are open. Give us a call at
83100.
832.
Okay. 832.
975.
8100.
Already.
You see that synchron? You see that synchronized? How just it was. I was synchronized with you. It was all in harmony. It was a smooth harmony. You know, street queens in harmony around here.
It's a really good topic. I think marriage has evolved from
What it used to be.
Way
y'all
back,
be
way
you
back.
supposed to be coming in, boy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hotline.
Loving it.
Street Queens.
What's going down? What's up with it?
Already.
You wanted to.
All right, on. You called a comment on the topic of the day? The topic of the day is how many people wants to be married these days, and what does marriage means to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too. I agree with you.
Callie, you're right. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It is a contract, and it does depend on the person. And nowadays, it's a different situation. But I do think some people do want to. You have a lot of people with the desire to be married, but are they willing to make that commitment to be married? That's the issues. What I think is nowadays.
And I don't know who it was. Who?
Exactly. That's.
Right. Compromise.
And you're right.
Nothing's wrong with compromising at all.
Who compromises the most?
Men.
Women.
Men.
Women.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why men compromise. Matter of fact, hold on. Let Callie. Hey, Callie. Hey, Callie. Why? Tell them why you think men compromise the most.
So money.
That was a road.
Let me pull you back.
Hold on.
Get out of that ring. Stop swinging. Don't do it. Please stop. We had you back.
As soon as you said money, I knew you was gonna get a take, but you shouldn't have said money.
Not the money. The money's gonna come in
hold
regardless,
on.
with anybody, not just
I understand his point, but it came off wrong way because y'all quick to text.
Let me try to do like when he first came on. Yeah, what's up, B? You know, what's up?
That ain't even got nothing to do with it. The point. Okay, look. Hey, Kelly.
I don't agree.
Let me explain it to you.
Because to me personally, my money is her money, and that's just the way it goes to me. It doesn't matter how much you spend, because at the end of the day, if I'm broke, we broke. We broke.
Well, I don't mind.
If you use
my money is my money. Your money is your money. Now, if we decide to put a little bit together, then it can be ours. But for the most part, I work them 80 hours.
You're not really getting married.
Okay.
Exactly. Look, that's what I'm saying.
But look,
I ain't with nobody right now.
So you the problem.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm the problem. So it's because I don't want to put all my money in the pot. I'm the problem.
You're not compromising.
Men, no. Mm-mm.
Look.
Right,
Again, it's very situational. I don't think like as a whole.
Hey, write that down as a topic. Who sacrificed?
No, women that sacrifice their dreams, their careers when they have kids, a lot of stuff just to, and a lot of women to put themselves on the back burner to push their man to his greatness and forget about them. You know what I'm saying?
But that's saying that the man.
But hey, do you know how many men I know that put?
Sometimes when a man is.
You know how many men?
By himself, he's not really getting, where he needs to be until that woman comes and she's stroking his ego, she's pushing him and pulling the best out of him.
But check this out.
To where he needs to be,
hey,
or where he wants to be.
Okay, just like you just hold on, Rick. Just like she just said that. I know. You know how many women I know got put through nursing school, and as soon as she graduated, she left that dude. And how many women I know? So I'm just saying that goes both ways. We not gonna sit there.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, we still gotta say men do it more than women.
Yeah.
You said women do.
We still got Kelly on the line.
No, I didn't say women do. I was just negating. I didn't say
Thank you for calling in, Carlos. We appreciate you.
What was you finna say, Kelly?
You did.
I did.
Okay.
No, get off the phone.
We appreciate you.
I'm gonna go to the restroom.
We're gonna let him make it. I'm not even about to comment on that. But okay. Yeah, why are you still talking?
Yeah, he from Oakland, town business.
Oakland in the building.
That's my family.
Thank you.
That's my family.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it, Kelly. Man, salute to you, my brother.
All right.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling what he was saying.
He was saying something at first.
He did.
He went off the deep end.
Like he said there,
Hey, when you said that last part,
it's different situations because at the end of the day, like me, like in my point of view, I know my woman, she want to get married, she want to do the whole 9 yards, and to me, it's not that I don't want to or is that I don't plan to, like I do.
You just feel like you're not in that area right now.
First of all, let's position ourselves right. Okay. Let's get it first. Once we get there, then we could focus on.
Well, why wait? You already know, like
if you already know,
we could do all of that. But when you're talking about dreaming of an ideal wedding, like with all the extras, we can't do that at this moment. We can't. We could go get married.
But I was gonna say.
But when we're speaking on it, like y'all said, like do you like a woman that thinks about like the wedding dress?
I think that just comes down to your particular woman that you pick.
That's the one I pick.
Hey, so you know what?
I'm speaking on mine. I'm speaking on me.
So let me ask y'all a question. Thinking about what he said, and part of the question is how many?
What part did he like?
Okay, how many people want to be married? Do you think a lot of that stops because they think about the wedding and the price of the wedding and the cost of the wedding, everything they put into their wedding? No, the reason I say that, but but let me tell you why they put emphasis on it, because they throw it in your face every second. You got a K Jewelers, every kiss begins with K. You got he went to Jared commercial. But no, what I'm saying is it's not so far as a man, but what I'm saying is they're turning it into a business. So everywhere you look, it's an advertisement about getting married. So there's money.
You're gonna pressure. Exactly.
But y'all not getting my point.
That goes to school shopping with your kids. You see Jordans and they do the tax-free weekend before school starts. You're gonna come to that and
You
blow your whole check. Let's be real.
Hold on.
So you can't really use that excuse.
You're right. Hold on. Actually, I can because you just said, "Are you gonna blow your whole check?" You know how many people blow their whole check for school shopping?
Exactly.
From somebody,
you didn't get my
from somebody.
You're right. But she
time out. Flag on the play. I'm calling it right now. For somebody that don't want to say my money is your money, you really want to lie from the jeweler.
There you go.
Lie from the jeweler. Because it becomes a thing, like regardless if you say it or you don't say it, you want something nice on your ring. Because if I bring you a $30 ring, you're gonna look at me like I'm some type of fuck boy, and we don't want to look bad. But it has nothing to do with wanting to get married and not wanting to get married.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a whole different situation.
But no, we're not talking about the schematics into going into the marriage. We're talking about actually being in that marriage.
I know, but
making it work.
But that was my question. That's why
I'm not
I asked
gonna
the
speak
point.
on like not. This is just in general speaking, and put it out there. Generally speaking, it could be a lot of times because the way it is today, where people get together, split up, have kids with different people, like it's a scary thing to get into. I guess it's the not knowing, are we gonna make it all the way? Are we gonna make it to death do us apart?
Well, a lot of people just don't want to be controlled. They feel like once they get married,
because remember that ego thing I was talking about, that comes in effect.
If you
ego, but they feel like they're not gonna be able to do what they want.
And then the compromising, let's go to the compromising again so I can make my point and why I feel that men compromise a lot. In my specific,
the most. You say a lot.
Okay, well the most. I feel like in my situation, the men.
Okay.
For the fact that like a lot of times, me personally, I care. I care if you're upset. I don't want to see you with a long face all day. You know? So there's certain things that I'm willing to do that aren't what I wanted to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and do them because I'm gonna compromise with you so you don't get upset. And more often it's on my end compromising than on the other end.
But that's your own personal story.
Exactly, that's why I said.
I mean, you just say men because of you've been in.
Yeah.
Exactly, because I can't speak for other men.
Okay, so let's say, for instance, your parents. Then how does that play?
My mother.
Okay, so why would you say the men? Why would you say men?
Because that's why at the beginning of my statement I said for me and my personal.
Well, let's look outside of you. And
outside of me, depends on the couple.
And that's why I want you to take account of.
Objective. I mean,
like a whole, not just narrowing it down to
just your experiences.
But regardless, it's gonna be you're gonna have to look at a particular couple, and there might be different situation for each.
But overall, Red.
Overall, we'll just be assuming that that's what it is.
No, it's not assuming. You can make it.
Because you're gonna say women and I'm gonna say men.
Okay, we can agree to disagree on that, but I definitely would say.
So let's see. I want to hear what y'all explanation is for women part, because I got an explanation as far from what he said, as far from what our last caller said. My explanation is way different, but I do want to hear what y'all explanation is why women compromise more.
I'm not saying that women compromise more than men, because I think a lot of men in this world compromise, and like you said. Putting the woman through school. There's a lot of men that do that, that's out in the streets hustling and taking that sacrifice of getting shot or whatever to provide for their children and all that. It happens, but then on the flip side, you do have women that are nowadays taking care of men. Just I'm a do type of men, there's not really stand up men.
But not all of them. We're not saying all.
So that's what I'm saying. I just asked the question, but I think it's. Like you said, depending on who and
the couple.
What, I think
the character of the person.
I think it kind of would balance out. You know what I'm saying?
Because you can have
women.
You can have a couple that the man always compromises, and then you have another couple right next to her. Her sister and her dude, she compromises all the time. It just depends, like what person you chose to stand there and compromise.
But I feel like a lot of women do put aside their dreams because they. So in love with this guy, and he gets knocked up, and this man is able to just pick up and leave whenever the fuck he wants to, and she's left with taking care of the kids.
But that's a fuck nigga.
It don't matter. I just
see the women all the time compromising. To me, I see more women compromising than men. That's why I say it's women. Like not I know in my family, but I see it on social media. I see it with my friends. I see it with my my family members. So that's why I say women. I see women give up everything to be with a man and to just to be loyal to him.
Feel like a man.
Being loyal to him even when loyalty is not given in return. I've seen women give up dreams to raise children, and not even, just because they feel like that's the right thing to do. Like, okay, my man gonna get out here, he gonna grind, and I gotta take care of our kids. I gotta do what I gotta do. I've seen women drop out of school, trying to support a man. I mean, I've seen it all. I've seen women get cheated on repeatedly, but still stay with their man because they feel like this is my kid's father. I can't give up on him. I keep giving him a chance because I love him and I love our family. And I'm not going. I just seen women compromise so much.
And see, with everything you just said, I seen that exact thing in reverse. And it's crazy because I watched one of my homeboys. I just
don't think it's as common.
Actually, it's hold on. See that? But hold on.
I don't think.
But hold on. That's what I'm going to say.
I just tried to use that high, and you told me not to.
No, you did it, so I cannot do it.
Let me say something.
But I just say objectively, I've seen this happen in other places.
My will.
Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
Look, I've seen. I'm not gonna say you're wrong because in your world, you're right. But it's more common than what you expect because I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. When I used to rap, one of my closest partners that we used to rap together, I watched him literally. We was in the studio making a song, and he coming out bawling, crying because he can't. But hold on.
Something that you said before you said that. You said one of my friends. So
I'm just giving an example because I can name multiple occasions. I can name a whole. One of the reasons why I don't got kids is because the majority of my friends or partners that have kids deal with so much shit with their baby mamas. That's some of the issues that men compromise for women. It's because of what they deal with their baby. Hold on, no, listen to me. Listen, y'all gotta listen. See, that's exactly. No, they not.
The difference between this is that we get where y'all coming from because there is some whole ass niggas, and we're pointing at them fuckboys that fuck it up for other niggas. That's why that happens to those people. But that's what we're trying to say.
That's what we're saying.
It's more of a in your life pattern, in your walk, in your journey. That's all you've seen. In his journey, that's all he's seen. And there is some fucked up people. I know a man, personally a man. I know him. He's my friend. I consider him a friend. And he is a single father. He's a single father, and he I'm not gonna say nothing on it, but like the shit that he didn't seen and has been done to him, I don't think no man should ever go through. And not because of that, I'm gonna say like, oh, most of them are like that, because they're not. There's some fucked up ass people in general that are out here, and it could go either way.
I'm gonna tell you what's so dope.
Bitches hold.
I know somebody that have custody of their kids and still paying child support to the baby mama. Like, it's really that dope. It's really that, and the court system won't stop it.
To link that back to the marriage thing, a lot of guys are scared of that failure at the end of the marriage, and then
is that what it is?
I think it is.
A lot of it is. I don't want to get married because if it's failure.
Are you just talking about failure and like? What's the reason of this?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Whatever the fallout could be, whatever.
Y'all scared to get married because y'all scared that y'all gonna end up.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just
Can I finish? No, I didn't. You started talking. I didn't finish.
Go ahead, Reddy.
Thank you. I think I'll finish. They're not afraid of the divorce. I mean, what the hell? You're just gonna go and sign another paper saying that you're not with that person no more. But it's the things that happen afterwards, the child support, the way you're living. If you make decent money and you have your family living a certain lifestyle, like the court is gonna order you to keep that lifestyle going for her. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. That's what the fear is. Like Drake said, bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Tell him again. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
You have to be careful what you're dealing with.
Are you really in love with that person?
But hold on. You just said a mouthful. She just said a mouthful. She said know who you dealing with, but in the same time you don't know who you dealing with because women and men both change when y'all split up. It's not the same person.
Yeah.
It's
You
not.
change when you're together.
You change when you're together, but
But that difference,
here's the thing.
separated, like
In that first little bit of time,
the first like when you had a boyfriend and it was all good until you fell out. After that, it was fucking.
exactly.
It's
That one fallout.
I can't. We're not saying all of them. See how you get defensive?
I'm not getting. I just said not all.
Another flag on the play.
I wish you know what I'm gonna bring a whistle in there.
No, but we're still on the topic of the day, y'all. We want to hear from you, or we just want to keep going at each other, and we can do this all day.
Yeah, for real.
Call at 832-575-8100.
8100.
Yeah.
Y'all keep it live the street queen.
On street100theheat.com. I'm loving this. Oh man, Wanda, I saw your comment. Wanda said they definitely change when you get married.
Oh, you need to call, comment, and debate on the
Huh?
topic of the day segment of our show.
I know.
Which one you want me to be?
8100.
What?
Can't wait to hear from you.
I call, I'm supposed to check you out, and you like the Red Bull, you want to up. Which one? It's good.
It's good. That's how I drink it. That's how I drink it.
I don't even do energy drinks, but this is good. What kind of Red Bull is this?
It's Summer Breeze. The other one, I only use two different ones, Summer Breeze, and I use
I just wait.
Nigga, I remember.
Oh, no.
and you gonna play that less 45? Yeah, that's
45 songs.
Yeah.
Nigga, I remember. Nigga, I remember. Nigga, I remember.
I got a chapter screw on my phone.
Sometimes if I put the camera on his face, it's like
What?
the tag thing on Facebook.
Yeah, it does on mine too.
There you go.
There you go.
But it don't do me for some reason. Look at the camera.
Nigga, I remember.
I don't know why. I tagged you on mine. I don't know why. You tag me? Nope.
I don't know why. And we friends on Facebook, huh?
Yeah.
It's good. Huh?
You know why? Because my face will tag my other page. Because it does it on my life. It tags my other page.
You don't like it? I like it. You like it, Rick?
Yeah, that's great. With ice. So we have some ice.
Oh, yeah. It'd be good.
Yeah, it is.
But what I didn't want to say fucked up on like admirism, but like a big thing what I was trying to explain is that yeah, but that's fine because I didn't want to say it live and then figure out that you said it on there. But the thing is that a lot of guys are afraid of that. Like we can get together if it's in it for the right reason. That's the problem today. It's hard to know if people are in it for the right reasons. Like I said, to me, love is being willing and able to do anything to make that woman happy. Like you're willing to go to the extreme and she's willing to go to the extreme for you. And today that's not around because the moment, either way, guy or girl, y'all split up, two, 3, maybe a month later, not everybody, but you see them with somebody else, talking to somebody else already, and that's a painful situation. And a lot of men are afraid to be vulnerable, even women too, because I know there's a lot of women that don't want to go into it, and then that vulnerability is what fucks you at the end, and it happens too much. Look at the people at our age.
That's like you feel like it's
How many
you
people?
can't get afraid and you
How
can't
many
let
people?
fear control
How many people you know have baby daddies, and they're not together? All right. She's gonna say certain things depending on how they end. She has a story, he has a story. And more than likely both of their stories blame the other person. Maybe. I'm not sure. You know, I haven't heard yet somebody be like, man, I fucked up, bro. I haven't heard it. I was, man, she a bitch, she be tripping. She tripping because of what you did to her. You hurt her. She mad. And those are the repercussions. Like to me, at the end of the day, I'm not married legally, but to me, I'm married.
Yeah.
I don't need a paper to tell me that. Of course, it doesn't.
And I don't see anything wrong with that. But at the end of the day, it's like.
And that's where I said like let's get all this together because I'm one of those. I want to know if you're really in this for the right reason or you're just trying to live your life peacefully and calm, not to worry about shit. Which is my point to give you at the end. But like, when small things go south, your reactions and your
Be sure to tune into the Street Queens every Thursday
what will
from
it
7 to
take
10
if
p.m. on
you saying you're trying to see if they get it for the right
Interact with
reason
us.
of what
Email
we
us
want
at the Street
after
Queens
how many
at
years
So
are you in?
so check this out.
Not
5
about
years in a relationship, that's like married. What exactly are you doing?
on the topic of the day.
For the bad shit to happen, is
No.
Things
No.
blow up and
I'll tell you right now.
975-100. We can't wait to hear from you.
Is it muted?
The part of it is not about how many years. It's like, okay, me and you. Just an example. You go get her, I'm gonna go get her. We put it like earlier when you said, my money's my money, your money's your money. What'd you tell her? What the first thing came out
You
your
ain't ready
mouth?
for marriage?
You ain't ready for marriage. If we got that, I'm ready at any moment. But when you don't have that, it's an iffy situation. Like you never. It comes down to trust issues, and it comes down to having your guard up. And just like women feel a certain way about certain situations because they got their guard up, men do too. It's just that we don't speak on it as much because the nigga ain't supposed to be. What we said last time, he a bitch if he tells on a girl that touches them sexually, right? Like a man is a pride thing. Like we're not gonna sit here and be like, oh well, because it comes out wrong. It comes out like an asshole move. But at the end of the day, it's all to defend, in my own personal opinion, to defend that vulnerability that I don't want to be used. And you could say you should know who you're dealing with, but at the end of the day, you really don't know. People can switch up quick.
People change.
And it happens with
I
everybody.
just feel like people don't change completely. You know the essence of someone. You can tell the essence of someone. And
But you never know their
intention.
intention.
People put on front beginning.
Yeah, but
But at the end of the day, it's gonna be
you're right.
flags, like it's gonna be little telltales.
So I'm gonna say this.
Something ain't right about that.
So I'm gonna say this.
Kind of moving funny on that, and you may not be able to pinpoint what it is, but you know something ain't right.
Yeah,
What
but-
about
on the flip side,
what-
if you thinking that your judgment might be wrong, period.
It might.
Engaging on whatever's being done or.
But that's it's not gonna change the way what I do and what I'm willing to do for you. It's just that show, I guess it's it's the inner thought of thinking ahead, which could be wrong, like you said, it could be wrong. But at the end of the day, it's there. It's, I guess, like an intuition of fear of being hurt. Of being, because men got feelings too. It's not just like, oh, we just out here slanging dick to everybody. It's not like that. Majority are, but me personally, I don't feel like that's my thing. Like I think about a person's emotions. Like if I just use you,
Everybody not like that.
exactly. But that's why I can't explain it for everybody. I can only explain it for me. On that case, to me, is marriage important? Important? No. Do I want it? Yes.
You don't think marriage is important?
No, I don't.
As important as it makes it seem, unless
I got a
you're married by
question.
church. If it's just a court paper, it's really like American. Like I'm already
I
married.
think we need to
So
go.
if it's not important, why do you want it?
Well, why do you hesitate? to
It's the
do
same
it?
thing.
I mean,
If Oreos ain't important, why do you want it?
It's not about wanting it or not wanting me. I'm down with the whole church thing, like 'cause that's tradition and religion.
yeah.
You have
But
explained earlier that you cannot compare a man and Oreos. Love for Oreos, love for a man.
Separate things.
Different
But no, y'all.
but you can compare an Oreo to a woman.
Yes, you can.
I'll tell you right now, not on there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yes,
No,
you
I don't even want to
can.
hear it.
Yes, you
I don't
can.
even want to hear it.
Shit, I
Oh
compare.
my God.
That's the best way to compare
I
it.
don't wanna hear it.
All
They
right.
probably listen to us like, damn, they just going.
I know they listen. What's up, Keith? What's up, Alan? I see y'all in the building.
No. I'm good. I gotta feel it. No.
You right.
Thank you, Red.
She don't be able to eat
Damn, we need to
Oreos.
start playing more Tupac.
She gonna be able to lift that cream no more.
So y'all got me wanting to go home. Now, I can't even say that because I got COVID. You damn right I just said Oreos, goddamn it. You goddamn right I
I
said
wish
Oreos.
Red was on here right now. Okay, Red. Looks like you feeling.
Oh,
Pop. Y'all, we need to gotta start playing more Tupac.
I just clicked on something.
And you played the right shit too, man. I'm telling you. This the shit I sit on my porch when it's raining listening to.
But it goes back and forth. Like,
what's up, Derek?
It's getting
Coach Derek in the building.
Points, like,
what's up, Chris?
Okay, but you said marriage is not important, right? It's not
You
important.
ain't never had a friend like me. This motherfucker said this.
Getting married by court, just to go sign a paper by court, it's not as
Get married
important.
is important. I wouldn't say it's the most important thing, like in a relationship, but I feel like it's up there, it's like top 3, you know?
Is it top 3?
Because to me, that's
sure?
like the ultimate commitment.
You say that's the ultimate commitment.
You got, you know, what?
So hold on. I can't say it's the ultimate commitment because I'm gonna tell you something. You being with somebody for a long time before a long time ago, they just stayed together. They was together. It wasn't no marriage. It wasn't no engagement ring. It wasn't no wedding rings. They was together dealing with each other for life because they made their commitment to each other already without putting the world and the government in their business. So it wasn't no marriage. It was it was our own commitment, our own contract between each other. There wasn't no government. What they do now is something totally different. It was a marriage, but it's between me and you. Nobody else is involved. I didn't have to sit here and say no vows and all that. So I'm not gonna say it's top 3. If I pick you to be with you, you is who I want to be with.
He's been a contractor for years, has like 8 groups all through Dallas. He makes bread. His wife cheated on him with another woman. She filed divorce because he found out, kicked her out the house, and he started dating another woman with time, and then she came in and went to court saying that he left her for another person.
She got everything.
She wanted a divorce. She got her divorce, and she got half of everything he's ever had. He was told to sell his house, which is valued at $985,000. He had to sell it to give her half of it. So there's things like that some men are afraid of.
Yeah.
And if the woman is the break-in, she should be afraid of that too.
And see,
well, if you broke and she go to court and they tell you got to give her money, so now you're negative broke.
No, they're not. They don't. Hey, hold on. They not. You can't pay alimony. Yeah. Hold on. Here's the issue with alimony. The reason alimony is put up. Alimony is made if you're taking care of her. If you broke, you're not taking care of her. If she's taking care of the household, taking care of the kids, and you're the bread. Hold on, but you're the breadwinner. No, if you're the breadwinner and she's a stay-at-home wife, taking care of the home, stay-at-home mom, and then y'all get a divorce, then yeah, you got to pay her alimony. I don't give a damn if you make $5 an hour. You taking care of the whole household. No, if she's a stay-at-home, okay.
Y'all, we still going in. Thanks for staying tuned with the Street Queens on StreetQueens.com. I'm my Will.
This your girl, K Nicole.
Your boy Red.
And your boy Matt.
Already, and we still on that TOD. We're talking about
we've been going in.
We're going in. We're going in on air. We're going in off air. We didn't got all. We always talking about alimony and
on record, off record, like just in general. Some men.
Yeah, come on, just say it.
Some men fear. I wouldn't say don't want to. Well, anyways, whatever it is that's stopping them from getting married to you or whatever it is, it's a fear that men have. You know, like everybody thinks about marriage, you think forever after. You know,
forever.
But in today's day, 2019, are we seeing forever on all marriages?
You know, I'm
gonna say all marriages.
Hold on. I'm gonna say that's why. Hold on. Let me use yours. Hold on. That's why I was gonna stop.
What's common?
We don't know because they will put anything in your face. They will. Because we don't know what's going on because we're not in everybody's household. Yeah, the news, the shade room, ball alert. But no, that's what I'm gonna tell you. But people I know, my homeboy been married 10 years and they still married. Go on, yeah, I see them all the time. My best friend has been married to his wife. They got 3 beautiful kids. Those are my godsons. They've been married.
Why?
They've been together for 15
15
years.
years. So you're going back to when they got married 15 years ago when shit was different.
No,
I'm talking about 2019.
they still together. We still young. They both on social media.
That time and era.
My other best friend just got married.
They
They got their problems.
Weren't afraid of it.
I'm not gonna say it don't
Go
last.
15
We don't
years
know.
back.
We don't know what lasts because they're trying to make it last. They're doing the things to make it last. See, that's what it takes. We're talking about what we see on social media. The people that's making their relationship last, they're not putting that shit on social media. If I'm in a relationship, I guarantee you won't nobody on social media know I'm in one because I'm not blasting my shit on social media. I don't want my relationship status on social media. I can give a fuck about social media. All right.
Well, Street Queen.
Street Queens.
What's up? How you doing?
What's going down?
Calling in to comment on the topic of the day.
We chilling, fighting on here.
The topic of the day is how many people wants to be in a marriage? How many people wants to be in a marriage these days? And what does marriage mean to you?
Yeah.
Everybody.
At the end of the day, yes. Everybody wants to be married. Everybody wants to be with that person that's gonna hold it down to the motherfucking Reaper come and get you. But we like a lot of people ain't married and they're together.
So what does marriage mean to you?
Have you taken that gamble yet? Have you taken that gamble yet? Did you risk that already? Are you married? And how's that been going for you?
Did you marry for the right reason?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if everything rolled, I mean, I guess you rolling dice perfectly, man. But there's a lot of people that ain't married and don't want to get married, and some just don't care to get married in today's times. You said it's a what contract?
A bad contract.
What, marriage?
Yeah. He said for the man's side, it's a bad contract.
Yeah, it's a 360.
Yeah, I agree.
Basically.
It's a 360.
But there's no nice way to say that.
How is marriage a bad contract for the men? No. But it can go the other way.
Scared.
Hey, he dropped the mic. My boy Red dropped the mic and walked off. Say, man, he said you proved his point. God damn.
That's the fear of living. Now, give it that not all of us be successful and shit. It really don't matter.
I was just about to say, yeah, like y'all.
But wait.
What about the women that get the short end of the stick?
You do.
Like literally.
Like a little dick?
That
no, not
we
can include that. Let's take y'all money. Let's take y'all
we can include everything.
What you left with? Another motherfucker every day. Another masterpiece.
Well,
because I said it because the way you were saying the short end, literally the short, like that's a bad situation. That's also a bad situation. So you shouldn't have to compromise if you ain't happy with that. So you got to be real with him.
Well, first off, you gotta be real with yourself, and I think a lot of motherfuckers ain't real with themselves before they get in marriages. They get into marriage with this, and that's the whole thing.
Living
they have
in the
this
moment.
idea
Living
of what
in the
marriage
moment.
is, and a lot of times they're not even on the same page of what love means. Dude, like my love is is my love, my idea of love the same as you?
It's not.
And a lot of people are off on that, on love, period. So how you think marriage is gonna last if y'all not even on the same page?
So I got a question for you. You know, I see a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna say this is every woman. I'm gonna say I've seen this a lot. I've seen a lot of women not even be in love with the man that they marry because of the situation that the man put them in. And a lot of times that's why marriages don't work.
Well, so to you, you think like marriage is gonna be a gamble, and it just depends on the person. Yeah. You also got people that are married for 30 years, and then after 30 years, they get a divorce. It happens, man. Nothing's for sure.
You just gotta make sure you like
Things change,
you
people
decide
change.
to get in that contract
for the
with,
right
they ready to
reasons.
fight, just to put in the same amount of fight that you are willing to put in. As for me, like with this topic, my idea of marriage and me wanting to be married, being a marriage has changed so much. Like I remember, I had my dream dress. I used to draw and sketch, and I mean, I had that whole the way I wanted it.
Now
that shit is different. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing how nigga like really me.
Your personal situation got you to thinking this way, though.
No,
I believe.
No. Do a lot of people want to? How many people actually want to be married these days? So yes, I'm speaking as for me. My idea of marriage has changed drastically than what it was years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's speaking with people that's been in marriages for 15, 20, 30 years. That's coming from me being in the workplace, seeing married men and women walking around the workplace with whole ass girlfriends and still walking around showing that ring like that really means something when you cheating on the side. So yes, my concept of marriage has changed. Do I want to get married? It would be nice, but it's not that important no more. Like, especially me having kids, like, no, I'm gonna focus on this.
But it's subject to change. It's not letting other people. It's just by experiencing things and you see them, you make that conscious choice to not get yourself into that type of vulnerability.
Or just being in relationships, like you said, you never go in a relationship coming out the same. You know what I'm saying? You go in one way.
So it was you that said it last time. Something about, I think we talked about it before. You're like, okay, because the woman didn't want to end up empty-handed or some shit like that. I might be saying it wrong, but I remember.
I'm a wrong person to recall something.
Oh, but because I was gonna say it earlier, because I remembered you had mentioned something about it, but there goes that instinct that will put fear into a man. Like, don't nobody want to lose. You get what I'm saying?
Well, my thing is, so you say fear,
and there's egos now,
fear,
and there's
like,
nowadays it's ego balance. Like it's, you got the cheating niggas, you got the cheating bitches.
Right.
That's gonna be there all the time. You can't catch them until you caught them.
This marriage thing, like, I don't mind doing a marriage thing, but I gotta find somebody that I know that's going to put in what I'm going to put in. Like right now, I just don't like me being real with myself.
Basically, you don't.
I'm not gonna put 100% in because I'm not there. Like I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? You go through these relationships. I don't have that fight in me. Like that's what I'm saying. What I've been through has changed and has impacted where I am with this concept.
Repeat that.
How can I gauge what? It's simple. Like you can tell with little things. And like I said before, in relationships, you get red flags, but our asses choose to look over them.
Because you're in the lovey
and it can be
stage.
little ass shit as small as thank you. as small as, you know,
dirty nose,
whatever.
Committed to things, doing what you say you're gonna do.
Right.
Coming through.
Right. Sticking to your word.
Hey, you might not think it, but some people feel that way. I remember I went to high school with this girl that broke up with her boyfriend at the moment because he kept trying to take her to dark areas. Straight up. That's why she broke up with him.
I want to, nigga. Why you always trying to take me to?
You know what he was trying to do.
Okay.
But so she, exactly. You know, it's certain things that certain people don't like, and they're gonna catch it and say, "Fuck that, move on."
But a lot of times people are not real with themselves. But okay, Carla, we thank you for calling in and giving us your. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, some men do, but like.
I ain't seen many men.
But it's more common the opposite way. We're gonna use that good old word, common, man. But
word of the day is common. COM.
Well, thank you for tuning in and calling us.
All righty then. But
yeah, y'all.
But you get what I'm saying about the fear coming in. It's not like, oh, we're scared of marriage itself. Marriage ain't shit. We sign leases all the time for 5 years, 30 years. Marriage is the last thing you want to be scared of signing, you know? But because they can't repossess your wife, but she could sure leave your ass.
She can repossess a whole bunch of
shit. And a lot of shit going with her. And that's a big thing.
You know, like, something I don't hear.
It's not like, oh, that's just the way it is. No, but that is a big part of it. And going back to my statement earlier, is like why not grind and get it once we're in a stable position? Then we can sign as many papers as you want.
You know something that's rare? I'm gonna tell you something rare. You hear about women. You hear about women paying child support to men, but you never hear about women paying alimony, hardly ever. Mary J. Blige is the only one I know of.
But because she was balling status and she was taking care of them, you got to give them that livelihood.
Street queens.
What happened? When did I just walk into?
Hey, that's LV. What's up with DC that came in the door?
So we're talking about marriage.
Marriage.
Oh, I've been married.
Not married, murdered.
You know, hey, you know the
LV from the DMV. Hey, this is my partner. He's from the DMV.
So the topic of the day is how many people actually want to be married these days, and what does marriage mean to you? And we're really just going, like, broadly going over marriage, hitting all type of points, the low points of it, just marriage in general.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I think I can talk about this because I'm a story. I've been married for what? Since I was 18, I'm 42, that's 24 years.
Wow.
And why did it work so long? Because my wife live in her house and I live in mine.
Wow. But hey, I've heard of this before.
My grandparents,
Hey,
no, for real.
No, honestly, y'all, my grandparents have been married for 30-something years. Yep. Like the last 10 years of their relationship, well, my grandma passed. The last 10 years of their marriage, they lived in separate households. Yep. And that was the best thing that kept their marriage together. They went back to the dating. They went back to having date nights, spending the night over here one night.
Oh, no, we don't do none of that. I changed my number.
Oh, you on a whole nother level with it.
I moved and raised our son to the best of my ability. Now, what I'm going to say about marriage is a business and it is a union. Yes. It should be taken seriously and it should be done without the intention of undoing it or fucking it up or complicating it with other people. If you don't have that adult mindset, you shouldn't think about it in the first place.
Oh, I like that.
Finally, a caller.
Say that again, LV.
Our first caller, she was good though. She was hitting it on the head.
Oh no, I think he didn't put it underground.
Yeah,
no, but you're real. That's real.
Because that makes sense because it's all about the intentions behind it. What's the motive behind it?
People know they're involved with a young-minded person, but this is going with the cutting ties. Some people don't, this is, that person's not where they're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
But then us as women, one thing is, we can get them there.
We see the potential.
Them. We can.
Oh, there go. He'll get better.
That's the problem with
the potential. That's a whole other time.
We have a hard time cutting it.
Actually, look, that actually ties into what we're talking about, that adult state of mind. See, we're under this assumption that for some reason men are the only immature people in relationships. Au contraire, mon frere. A lot of times we find that our women have a Disney sort of mind when it comes to being married.
Man, you better please. You
want to come over here too?
Like, it's time for me to retire. Like, hold on. We just started. You can't quit now.
Right.
Oh, I thought I married you to be a retirement plan. I heard the other day the brother on the advisor said, real men take care of their family. Your wife ain't supposed to work. That's your mentality, man. In my opinion, I don't think that that's feasible for either one. Me personally, I'm going to always feel like a sucker if I come home and you've been there all day and I'm working there to pay for it.
Well, if different things work for different people. I mean,
I wouldn't say a sucker because I wouldn't want her living in the street.
But I always
said, when I get home,
that's the difference between me and you.
I think if both partners are working towards the common goal, y'all can get there faster, you can get more money, you can get more money, have more fun.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Look, he did a story about a black man who was murdered back in the 30s or 40s, who had acres of land, and when he died, his wife couldn't take care of it. As a person whose mother died when he was 2 years old, my father took over everything and took care of me, raised me. I understand that if the roles was reversed, if my mother was just a housewife, the same thing would have happened to her that what happened to that lady. They lost all the land. They lost all the money when he died. Why? Because it was only one provider. The only thing she knew how to do was take care of kids. Guess what? I hate to say it, that really don't pay unless you a teacher.
It doesn't.
I think it just depends on, like, that may have just been that woman, but it's women out here that'll get out here and grind. I mean, push come to shove, your back's against the wall. You never know what you're capable of.
But he's not saying that you.
Okay, I understand, but I'm just saying. But
I even feel like if my man came to me, it's like, hey, babe, I got it. You ain't got to work another day in your life. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be like, okay. I understand like that, I need to do something. But I'm still gonna, I might not go work for the government, but I'm about to bust my ass and get my own, whatever I want or I desire, I'm gonna get that off the ground. So if you could please support me in that or whatever, I'm gonna work my ass off and do that.
And that makes sense, but not everybody
but I'm
like
not gonna
that.
sit back
But I was about to say, but what I'm saying is, see, ladies, what I'm saying is that's not the mentality. As a person who is looking for a wife, I'm gonna keep it 100. As a person who is looking for a wife, I don't find that mentality. I either find a woman who's a working woman and a person like me. The shit clash, and it shouldn't clash because I try to explain. Look, it's not about a want from anything. It's about being able to do more because we're both flexible. Right. We got to be flexible about that. Well, she's been spurned. She hasn't met many sensitive people in her life. So when I come out and I'm 100% blunt, that scares a woman away. I realize you got a lot of women to bullshit them, and since I'm not a liar and a bullshitter, you're not really gonna find a lot of times.
And if you switch that and have that come from women, men run from that too.
They're afraid. Yeah. Like a woman that's like independent and don't need them, they feel intimidated by that.
I don't. But the thing is about me.
Some men feel intimidated by that.
But here's the
or she knows too much.
Let me get
that'll be the perfect case scenario because I remember I think I said this before. Like to me, the needing part, I don't care if you don't need me.
Man, I
just
disagree.
About to say, I think men have this thing, this little itch where they want to feel needed.
That's the itch.
They want to feel like, I need to be that provider. Like even though I don't want to take on that full responsibility.
So let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say something. Let me say something real quick.
Need me because the day comes that I go, I need to know that you're gonna stand 10 toes down and hold it down and keep going forward. But we left hanging.
That's fine and dandy. That's fine and dandy.
And to me, that's just what it is.
That's fine and dandy. But here's the thing: I still want to feel needed. I gotta have a reason to be in this relationship. If I don't have a reason to be,
she don't need you and she has you there.
Why am I there?
Blessed.
Why am I there? She don't need me.
There.
I don't want to be wanted. I don't want to be wanted. I need you to be needed for something. I don't have to be needed for finance.
Don't complain when you're taking care of
no. Listen to what I'm saying. You not listen. Hold on. I want you to take a second and listen. I don't. It ain't got to be financial for a need. See, here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's and you 100% right. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I need her to want to learn from me because once again, if I'm willing to lay down my life for God, that means at any moment I could be gone. But I need you to adhere to this curriculum just in case when I'm gone, this will give you success. This will help raise a healthy team. This will make me proud when I'm going to show my instruction. So I need somebody who needs to learn from me. And I
but
my brother Matt saying, you got to need me too.
Yeah, and it's not just
but coming from the statement of a woman that's independent that can handle her own business, we're coming from that angle.
But check this out: a woman that's independent still need a man for something. I'm gonna tell you why. I can tell you why.
I'm just call you on them nights that I'm and we can and then we good. And I'm actually taking care of myself and taking care of my business.
But see, that's just it. You need.
Why? Because you don't.
I used to be a side dude.
I'm gonna walk out again.
Go ahead, Carla.
I know I was dating a lady who's a millionaire, a business owner, this, that, and the third. Me, I'm just blue collar, hard working. And Shorty loved me to death. She as confident as she was and as bossy as she is, she still needed me to crown on my shoulders and still needed me to tell her son who her baby father wasn't being involved.
Right.
Tell her son to trap as the white supremacy that an educated black man needs to be out here and watch the threat. And she needed me to show her kids exactly how you should be with your children as an example of a father. So, yeah, you guys, what Matt's saying is true. She wanted me, of course, that's the physical attraction.
Right.
But she needed me there as a man to, okay, this is what a dude does. Their mother was making most of the money, but I'm the one taking us on vacation.
Yeah, and it's not, and it's other things that could be done. Like, check this out. You an independent woman, but you can save money if you had a man at the house and know how to fix things too. That's a need. You need something fixed at the house. You're not finna. Hold on.
Just needing to fix.
Okay, need is needing to fix, but look, check this out. Do you want to sit there and pay a plumber $500? But that's just it. But that's part of a need, though. That's part of a need. I got a question. If you got a man, are you gonna sit there and ask your man to handle it, or you gonna sit there and just look at him like and call a plumber to come fix this leaky pipe?
Sometimes you can tell your niggas that you need some fixing.
All niggas ain't the same. That's why I said that's the point.
For calling in, caller. You really brought some perspective to the show.
I appreciate you for calling in.
Somebody did want to.
Make sure you call back next Thursday, 7 to 10 p.m.
Thank you.
Just hit me up. I do this all the time.
We'll call you.
I'm gonna hit you, LB.
We're gonna call you.
I'm gonna hit you.
Appreciate it, man. Man, we're gonna have to get some advice from LB, but I mean,
like on the hold on, before I forget, speaking on the independent woman, she does need something. And speaking for me, because I've been very independent for a long time, and I think a lot of women are put in this position where they have to step up and take care of everything and be very independent. So when it comes to a man that is, is willing to be there or do certain things, it's hard for her. First of all, she gotta let her guard down because she's been put in that position where she has
that what?
Everything.
That fear.
It's
not really fear.
It's hard to take a step back.
Because I've been in that position where, look, let me be the man. Let me do this for you. damn, what? Let me help you, and that's hard because sometimes you so accustomed to doing it yourself, and it's just like, okay.
Well, see, that's the problem.
Why is he? Why is he trying to help me? You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, it's the reason.
I'm gonna tell you something else. Hey,
the need is really showing her that you're a man and not just doing something to get to.
And Kay, guess what? A part of that is why I'm still single, because dealing with not independent women that I've met, they don't. I can do this. I don't need you. I don't need you. Well, why am I here? Are we just fucking? Because that's what I feel like. I can go fuck anybody. I don't want to sit here and fuck.
You have to get out of that and figure out a way to relay what you're trying to do without throwing it on her like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that I'm throwing it.
And you have to be like Mr. Suave with it a little bit, because I mean,
you gotta find.
Hey, look, I'm a roughneck.
There's no good way to say
I can't be suave 100% of the time.
I'm
a roughneck. I'm a country boy. Shit.
I'm having no epiphany.
Not an epiphany.
Look, I'm a roughneck. I'm a country boy. I'm rough around the edges.
Country boy.
Let somebody know. It's okay. And it's like, okay, Kim, you do need because I'm blunt a lot of times, and I come off like rough and stuff, and so it's like rude and harsh, or whatever the hell you want to call it, because of what I've been through and what I had to do. But now that I see some, whoever or whatever trying, and it's like, okay, you don't have to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what?
You don't, like a woman, you are supposed to, do this and do that, and I'm learning, so like there's hope, but I'm telling y'all it's a reason. Like if you're going to deal with an independent woman, you ain't gonna be able to go at her the same way you would with a dependent woman.
You're right.
And a lot of men are used to a woman coming to him for everything,
needing things.
So check this out.
Being that main provider.
Lowland Prophet on YouTube said, he just made this comment. He said, I'm so independent. He talking about women. He said, 10 years later, where did all the good men go? And I understand what he meant by that. Not saying that every woman is like that, but a lot of the women that always talk about where are the good men be the same women that's independent. And when they get that good men, they push him away. And when they get that good men, they push him away, and then they don't know what happened, or they come and make that comment.
Vice versa with men.
I know I done put. No, don't say cheat. I'll tell you like this: without cheating, I done push good women away. I done push plenty of good women away and not cheat. It wasn't had nothing to do with cheating. It's just that
at the end of the day, however you want to look at it, that's the biggest fear, the cheating part. Like we're avoiding it.
Which one is it, Red?
We're avoiding it.
Mine
Everything. It's a fear. It's like,
I'm gonna tell you.
Old boy on the phone said it is a gamble. You don't know.
What life is a gamble. Me choosing what street to go down.
My problem is
my car driving and knowing I'm a aggressive driver.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you my problem with a relationship. My problem is I'm so quick to give up because we done got into this big ass argument, or I see a flaw that I'm not willing to compromise on, instead of just trying to say, well, okay, it's just a smaller thing. Let me look over and try to see what I can do about it. It's something small that makes me like, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, but see,
she done pissed me off this one time. Like, man, get the hell on.
So quick, like you gotta be willing to talk about it and see if the person even wants to fix it.
That's why I said that's my issue. That's my issue. That's why I said that's my issue. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been plenty. My partners will tell you right now, like, goddamn, B, you just met this one. And she pissed me off. She said this. I'm gone. Like, no lie. It's that. And like recently, I just been to myself because I'm working so much. I'm doing my boxing thing. Then I'm right now moving. I've been to myself.
Another thing, man, if you want like marriage, the whole marriage thing is really what having a woman submit to you, being submissive. You got to give a woman something.
No, she has to have some time. Nah, she has to be dominant too. What the fuck? I want her to fight back.
Nah, but you gotta give me something. You have to give me something to be submissive to.
I do. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You shouldn't. The point is that you shouldn't have to be submitting to nothing. It should be an equal and both y'all agree on it.
Being submissive. I do, which I probably don't.
You is lying.
No, I'm really not. And that's what I'm saying. It's gonna take a lot of me. No, and I don't mind, and I've been raised in church. But you have to give me something to submit to. You're not going to be able to sit here and make certain decisions just because you think it's okay because you're the man.
Nah, that shit don't fly like that.
It's not going to work for me, especially if you're doing this shit over and over. Like, you have to show me that you on your shit, not really on your shit, but
that I count.
That you, like, I have kids, so I just can't submit to any kind of man. No, I can't. Because guess what? I got not boys. I have 2 girls that I'm raising. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to settle and submit to
Joe Blow,
guess what they're setting my daughters up for?
John Doe.
I just want to read what Lynn Miller said, and it was for you. And she said, I found once I was confident in my ability to take care of me and my family, then I was able to accept help and appreciate it. Me allowing someone to help me does not demean me, but allows me to grow and being gracious enough to accept and give help.
And that's what I'm learning.
That's a great response.
Thank you. I agree.
Yes, I agree. I struggle with it too. And even with my friend, even with Kay, asking for help. Like, I'll struggle, and I said it before. It is nice, but it's just with me. But I also need to take that advice and knowing, it doesn't demean me. It doesn't, me asking for help. It doesn't,
But we all know when you ask for help, that's opening the door for, vulnerability, for somebody to look at you differently, or to feel like you can't hold your own, to feel that you're less of who you are.
I'm going to tell y'all something.
Like you said in the beginning of the comment,
this is going to be
once you're confident with yourself, knowing what you're capable of, your abilities, then it won't bother you.
Yeah, that's
so check this out.
Knowing that everybody
what you said.
Everybody doesn't get it the first time.
So
everybody falls.
I'm going to say a real unpopular opinion.
Don't even say it, man.
No, I gotta say it. No, hold on, but I have to say this. No, I have to say it because it's something that needs to be said, period. One thing about half the things that we deal with, and it's really just the Black community. We need to get counseling about some of the stuff that we deal with. Minority. Because you're right. As far as all of us, we need to get counseling. And hold on.
I don't really think it's counseling. I just think it's communication.
I do.
But
here, check this out.
Hold on. Let me tell you something.
Before you say it, but let me say before you say it, let me say this.
No, because counseling. I've done counseling.
I have too, twice.
I've done, but what happens in counseling, if your mind's already in a bad place, it fucks with you. And you start thinking differently because of what's being spoken about in counseling. And personally speaking, you start thinking differently. And sometimes it's not how you want to think. It's not how you want to take care of the situation. But because it was mentioned, you think like, oh, let me try this. And sometimes counseling is good for yourself. Like if you got issues with your, self-being. But when it comes down to dealing with a whole other person's emotion, I think it's more communicating everything you feel about it to that other person. And if that other person cares anything, will do what they gotta do.
I'm gonna tell you the problem with that.
To meet you there, and at that moment, she might even open to telling you something that she's been having on her chest, but don't know how to say it.
But how many counselors? How many different counselors have you dealt with?
And both people have
communication.
But
people not being so defensive when something is brought up.
Yeah.
So it comes down to communication, not really counseling.
I'm not gonna say we need communication. That's in every aspect of life. That's in every aspect of life. That's with your work, because you need communication to communicate with coworkers, your boss, and everything. You need communication with your wife, your relationship.
There's a man that goes to work and gets paid for this. He don't give a shit about what happens to me after I walk out that door.
Yeah, he don't.
So what help is it gonna do if I come in there with a situation on marriage?
I didn't say a situation on marriage. I just said communication. Communication skills. No, but check this out. Counseling do matters. And I think everybody needs
with your self issues.
Yes, with your self issues. Yeah. All counselors ain't the same, but see your self issues. Your self issues could be the reason you still single. Not just you, but counsel. Look, check this out. Y'all just said counseling. You just said self issues, right? Your self issues could be the reason your relationships ain't working out.
Yeah, so you go to counseling for yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Some of that means something. Those self issues could be the reason that you forever single, or that you see everything. Every time you with somebody, you see something bad in them, and it's not gonna work. Like real talk. It ain't about. I'm not saying don't talk to God, because everybody can. But sometimes you do need a vent.
Real with yourself and saying, look,
You need realistic advice.
I done been through these
back
relationships
to back
with these women or these men. Now, what is the problem? Because it always ends bad. Guess what? And I think everybody should do this.
denominator.
What's the common denominator? Me. Okay. Now, it might not be it might not be me that I'm in a situation or this happens. Or
you're making it happen.
Right, but it is
the
me.
fact
I'm
you
the
inside
common
yourself.
denominator.
Yeah.
And guess what? I let these people enter in my life. I let these people do certain things. So yes, first of all, you need to take accountability
for your
responsibility for you and who you open yourself up to begin with.
Man,
first off.
How have you heard me?
Thank you.
I just said, it's time to play some music. Yeah, we get heated today. Hey, look.
But we gonna go into a couple songs. When we come back, we're still gonna be on that TOD, and we're also gonna be in our local unsigned and underground artist section of our show. If y'all still want to call and comment on top of the other day, you definitely can.
832-975-8100.
Already.
Cash shit, Megan.
Get into it. Let's get into it. But y'all already know, during our local unsigned and underground artist segment of our show, we play nothing but local unsigned and underground artist music, and we normally start this segment about 9:15. If you have some music and you want to get that on our show, all you have to do is email us at streetqueens@yahoo.com. Give us a little information about yourself. Make sure you drop your social media handles, and we'll make you a little shout out and play your music on air. So listen to the commercial, and then stay tuned with Street Queens on StayReadyBoxingTV.com. Already, baby.
Already.
On our local
What's up with it, bro? I see you on there. Yeah, me. Hey, call in, me. 832-975-8100. Hey, wait till the song. Wait till about the second song. Call in and we'll bring you on.
Make sure it's mix and master. And number 3, make sure it's heat.
And what says street knowledge or whatever. Man, this is a hell of a topic today. Hey, this is a good ass topic today.
Yeah.
We didn't need no
Talk to
interview.
him, Megan.
Look, bitch, I'm a star, got these niggas wishing. He say he hungry to kitchen. That's my doubt, he gon' sit down and listen. Call him a trick and he gon' get a hug.
I got you, bro.
Bitch, I'm a star, got these niggas wishing. He say he hungry to the kitchen. Yeah, that's my doubt, he gon' sit down and listen. Call him a trick and he gon' get offended. He know he giving his money to Megan. He know it's very expensive to daily. Tell him don't put my name on it account because when I need money, I ain't tryna hold it. He know he giving his money to Megan. He know it's very expensive to daily. Tell him don't put my name on it account because when I need money, I ain't tryna wait. Can't be fucked with, no. Oh, you can't touch this. Hey, bitch, I do rich shit. My money thick. Hey,
Oh no, this thing don't work.
I'm on some pimp shit. Hey, he say you all about money. Yeah, I'm on that cash shit. I'm in my bag, bitch. I'm on your ass, bitch. I'm in that new shit. You on that last year.
It might be my charge.
Oh, you on simp shit. Hey, he say you all about money.
Hell yeah, me. I want you to call in. Shit.
Baby, don't give a fuck what you do. I be fixing the weed while she sucking my dick, pull it out, then I did it for. I woke up from the back and she nasty, kill him. No, I be cool on the bitch, you know why? Because they back. The thing is style.
I can't. Don't know the word.
She says, I like when they pretty and ghetto. Type of bitch that don't even say hello. And whenever we fuck, she be fucking me back. Put her in the headlock with my elbow. She the reverse.
Ain't no place I can plug my phone up here.
I can't be fucked with, no. Oh, you can't touch this. Hey, bitch, I do rich shit. My money thick. Hey, walk with a lip. I'm on some pimp shit. Hey, he say you all about money.
10% like a hoe.
I'm on that cash shit. I'm in my bag, bitch. I'm on your ass, bitch. I'm in that new shit.
Hold
on that last year. Bitch, I do pimp shit. Oh, you on simp shit. Hey, he say you all about money. Yeah, I'm on that cash shit. Look, I don't be stressing about none of these niggas. When they be talking, I don't even listen. Telling me secrets, I probably forget it. But I'ma tune in when you say they gon' make it. He told him send me a pic cause he miss me. I told him send me a stack if he really. I don't be trusting these streets, they tricky. Send him a pic of somebody else's titties. I'm a finesse and I'm a fly dresser. Move to the top, going through in my dresser. My bitches hustle, make money together. Your bitches birds and they talking together. I need to decide if I pick a new lady. Gotta be yellow, I wanna be green. Mama, to the mountains, money be in and she know he be treating. Wait, oh, you can't touch this. Shit, my walk with a lip. I'm on some pimp shit. Ay, he say you all about money. Yeah, I'm on that cash shit. I'm in my bag, bitch. I'm on your ass, bitch.
I don't know if they have Skype or what's up. Now they don't got, we ain't got Skype. You got to call.
Yeah, I'm on that cash shit.
Hey, one of the ones, if you want to call here, you'll probably have to use that. I don't know what our country code is. Let me see. Let me see what our country code is. So you can...
I broke up with her, work out. Hold up my new work like a workout. Work out. She in the mirror trying to work out. Like work out. Look, pole dance. Pole.
Porque entonces se apunta, güey.
Right here, man. This all you need right here.
What's up? Girl, I don't need you, I just want you. Want you. She said I need to tell you something. Boy, look, boy, I'm a freak, but I'm a woman. Hold up, she used to be my favorite cheerleader.
Hey, it say dial +1. It say dial +1, one of the ones, so however you got to do it. I don't know why it's tripping. Yeah, call in, me.
She gon' show after 9. I just wanna lay up. I just wanna lay some pot. She get paid for flashing over, so she need a stomach tight. Get a ride, hold that. Her DMs full of you niggas who got no chances. My DMs full of you bitches and some pro grabbers. I digress.
My phone just stopped. Hey, mine just stopped going live and was recording it. Mine stopped the live.
Yeah, mine did too. I had to go back into it.
Workout. Oh, look, my new word like the workout. Workout.
I'm still live on. I'm still live on. What's the name?
Oh, this. Where do I go for the USB?
You got to pull up the little arrow.
He said I heard I love the victims that I
Hold
come
on.
to you for free.
He wanna see? I cannot.
Never met no bitch like me. He said I
Don't
heard
look
about
for
your
me. What the
money.
fuck?
I
You
ain't
in
think
trouble.
you was a freak. I invited all the bitches and they popping me for me.
Which one is it? Travel or remote?
I took his money, then I burnt that. Burnt that. Fucking with me, you gon' get burnt that.
So what I do is I just take a modified so the one that we
They
laugh
modify what is that?
All of these niggas be digging for people and giving it
Name go over right. Over to the right. Click over there, modified. So that you
It might work on WhatsApp though. Try to call it through WhatsApp.
I took his money and I burnt that. Like, skirt that. Fucking with me, you gon' get turned that.
Yeah.
Work that. Now bend it over, blow your back out. Make him tap out.
Oh, this.
I guess this is something.
Everybody got a little pole dancing.
Everybody, I ain't never. I don't.
I have no rhythm. Some people, you know what happened when we did that workout class.
If you want to get your music played on our local website and underground artists taking over the show, email us at streetqueens@street100heat.com. Again, the email is streetqueens@street100heat.com. We only ask them three things. Number one, make sure it's an original beat. Number two, make sure it's mixed and mastered. And number three, make sure it's heat.
This shit got blurry as fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
They speak like that.
Yeah.
That's fat like ice in it.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
Where you at, Scotty?
Hey, yo. Scotty.
Hey.
They can bring your fucking cake up.
Huh?
Or a tiny man see me wanna break up.
Yeah.
Shit. And I'm on a big things and I'm on a big screen.
Third down with the
You should roll up if you want to smoke. And I'll show them bitch I'm on.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I said like
If y'all want to comment on TLC,
yeah, I feel like show.
Hey, y'all put
when you perform, you can pay that.
Both talking bags, they ain't really got niggas in your section and they all straight flicking and they ain't breaking babies like idiot. Is you big man or a little man? Is it a big bag or just a little man? Caught up in your feelings and your boyfriend cheating and you ugly like you mad.
I paid 350 big bag. I didn't pay. Wait. No, I didn't pay for ESG. I didn't pay for Big Pokey. I paid for Pirates. Yeah. It just depends.
Bitch. Niggas ain't got no money in the motherfucking bag. Bitch, broke as shit. Ain't got shit. Bag money is no money. Ain't got no bag. Type of chick to take a lick to get dick. Get dick. Same bitches take a Uber to a loser. You a loser. Now why you wanna go and do that for? Now why you wanna go and do that? I thought those are ass shots. That's a big bag for the hell now. To your pool. Goes on the truth, put your drinks up. One time for the idiot. Next time, bring the city out. Stop time, but you rag slow. Spit straight facts, you just capping, ho. Bad, she really not. And they both talking fast, they ain't really die. Got these niggas in your section and they all straight flexing and they ain't break the bank, you's an idiot. Big bag or you little man? Is that a big bag or just a little bag? Cause you caught up in your feelings and your boyfriend cheap and you ugly while you mad at me. You the idiot. Big bag or a little man? Is that a big bag or just a little bag? Cause you caught up in your feelings and your boyfriend cheap and you ugly while you mad at me.
Boom, 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 boom.
Y'all ready to go to something else? Y'all come on.
So,
So we had to do.
That was A.O. Scotty with Big Mad. What we running to next, Red?
we got Smooth Operator.
Let's get to it. Stay tuned with the Street Queens on Street 100 The Heat.
Alright. Yeah, hey, quick, yeah, we still on the same topic.
Love you, Mary. You should call in. Right, y'all. Oh, that's capital letter. Okay. I don't even know if he's still on. You still on? Oh, man. That's capital letter over here. Oh, man. He was still there earlier. Gotta separate capital letter between Smooth Operator. Oh, man.
The topic is, let me see. I forgot what the topic is. Okay, the topic is how many people actually wants to be married these days, and what does marriage mean to you? Okay.
Like my video about that.
Already, you know what I'm talking about? For me, shalom. Walaikum salam, my brother.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it was, and that was smooth operated by that boy Capital Letter. About to get into another joint. Make sure I keep it off the street queens on Street 100 the Heat.
.com.
Hey, don't even know what it is. That is on here.
My balls and my words. You know,
Is that Big Pokey?
sound like it.
I swear to God, that's I know, huh?
Made me think about like the Master P, old school songs, when they be like that putting all them words in one
That do
line.
sound like one of the old songs. Beats by the pound.
Yeah.
Cocaine, cocaine, it's the way of life, man.
Telling you that's that old school Master P, No Limit record right there.
The good old day. I was listening to P the other day.
I was too. Yeah, drugs, drugs.
Like a dirty man.
I'm guessing this song's name is For the Love of Money.
Already, we going to the next song. Make sure people about the street queens on street1theheat.com.
So what you flip a couple back, let it burn. Yeah,
That
strictly business. Been fucking this white bitch for a minute. Big so man, every now and then I should make you spend it. Addicted seduction. Oh, what
What song is this?
It's so cold, she'll change the way it is. Make a wife leave her husband, husband leave her kids. But I'm a real hustler, and I know just how to treat her. Put her on the block, bring that money back, then I'll lead her.
Where are they coming from? Me neither. How do you know which one's playing?
I don't think this is our local. It don't sound like our local. You know what? That's iTunes playing.
Is it?
I bet you that's iTunes playing. Go to iTunes.
Where's iTunes?
LDBC. You know what I'm saying? Walaikum salam, my brother.
Thank you for listening and tuning in. 10 minutes left in the show. I appreciate all the love and all the comments, especially from you, Mom.
Hey, Mom. It's shake and bake, and I help. It's shake and bake, and I help. I'm goofy, don't worry about it.
Love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Get that money instead, girl. He wants you back. Get that motherfucking bread, girl. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm sleeping. I don't know why. Say, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through fucking with me, man. I enjoyed every bit of this. This was live today. This was different. But we came through and y'all still showed out. Appreciate you, Kelly. Appreciate you, Shakita. Appreciate you, LB, for calling in, man. It's gonna be the same thing next Thursday too. We're gonna have something different. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to end it. We only got 8 minutes left to the show. We get ready to close out. So man, I appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to you, Cypress Hill and Michael Wood for coming through late. And man,
still in that local assignment underground artist segment of our show. Make sure y'all keep off the street when you go street 100 the heat.
.com.
Already.
So man, I appreciate y'all coming in. You know, shout out to the almighty LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Road. We working, man. We grinding. You know what it is. You got the street queens. Hey, you got the street queens. My Will, K Nicole. You got Reddy Red. And your boy Stay Ready, man. And it's your boy Matt. Y'all know what it is. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready, man. So stay trill and fuck with your boy. I'll be back tomorrow with another. Salute. Appreciate it. Yeah.